I love America, but there are a few things that still surprise me that I think are funny and sometimes even weird. Hi, my name is Tiga. I'm an immigrant living in the US. Let's talk real life. One of the things that surprised me most is somebody says to you, "Hi, what are you doing today? I'm coming to take you out." And you're like, "Okay, all right, let's go." I'm speaking from personal experience, right? So we go to the restaurant and you're eating and ordering. Where I come from, if you say you're taking somebody out, the person just assumes that they're going to pay the bill. You're going to pay for the meal or for whatever it is you guys are doing. But that's not what happened here. So let me tell you my short story time of what happened to me. So somebody called me. I was like, "Oh, take her. Oh, you're in town. What are you doing? I want to come take you out for steaks." I'm like, "Oh, steak sounds good. Let's go." So we go and we get to the restaurant and we order a steak, and I'm looking through the menu and everything, and it's fun and we're chatting, and it was a fun, afternoon lunch. And then after lunch, she looks at the bill and she pays for her own bill. Now, where I'm coming from, if somebody is sitting down on their own JJJ and you call them and say, "Come, I want to take you out," you're paying for the bill. I was surprised, but being a Nigerian girl that has been taught to always have vex money on her, I had money to pay for my meal. But it was still surprising. After I left there, I was asking people like, "As soon as they do for you?" That was strange. So that was something that was funny and was different. Okay, so another thing that I cannot get past is the tipping culture here. So tipping in Nigeria is if somebody serves you food or does whatever for you and you feel like, "Oh, this person did very well," and out of the goodness of your heart you want to give something to the person, that's wonderful. In the US, it is not even an option. It's like paying for your food. Like, you have to. So you have to pay 20 to 25% on top of the price that you already paid for your meal. It's not even optional. So that's, in the US, people are afraid of their waitresses because they feel like they are handling their food and pretty much handling their life, meaning that they can do whatever they like with the food. They're like, "Don't talk to your waitress and if not, you could spit for your food." That's something that we never even really thought about in Nigeria, like a waitress or a waiter doing something to your food. So that's very funny. That's one thing I think is different here and it's funny. So there are some slangs that sound very strange. Strange in the sense that they don't seem to sound like what they are trying to say. For instance, if you're trying to tell somebody, "Oh, do very good, good luck," and you say "break a leg," like, that sounds weird. I've heard it a few times and it's like, nah, no thank you. And then rain check, what's that? It's like the person's actually trying to say, "Oh, let's reschedule, I can't do it right now, I'll do it some other time." But rain check, what is the connection? So the slangs here are funny, different, and don't necessarily explain what it's trying to say. It's just different, I think. And then driving. Americans drive everywhere. They drive everywhere they're going. Like, if they're just going down the street, they drive. There's really no public transportation, and walking is not a culture in this place. So there's a lot of driving going on, just up and down the street, across the street. Everybody is driving. So many cars on the road and nobody walking. Seeing somebody walking down the road, at least here where I live, is like an anomaly. You hardly ever see that. So that's something that I feel like it's different. Another strange thing, or I wouldn't say strange but different, they plan very, very far ahead. So somebody can just walk up to you and say, "Oh, are you free on the 22nd of May or in January?" And I'm wondering, like, wow, why does it need to be, why does the notice need to be that long? But that's the culture here. Like, they tell you, "Oh, save the date, 22nd of June, 6 months away." That's crazy. I don't know what I'll be doing in 6 months. Like, why, it's not that serious. Unlike Nigeria, where like people can just invite you for stuff, wait till they do tomorrow. So that's different. You have to plan, because I feel like if I plan that far ahead, I'll probably even forget that I'm supposed to be doing your thing on that day. So very, very different. So you walk into a store and the cashier, whoever is there, wants to know, "Oh, how are you doing?" They really don't want to know how you're doing. They're just asking because their job or whatever requires them to ask. They really don't expect a reply from you, and that's what I've noticed. Like, there's a lot of smiling, and will I call it fake smiling, or fake, oh, how are you doing, or fake, oh, how, there's just fake shallow conversations going on that people really don't want to know what is going on underneath. They're just making very fake, very shallow conversations. So I've noticed that, and it's weird, because I think it's weird because you really don't have to ask me. Like, I don't even want to talk to you, so don't talk to me either. So in America, you can have money, no credit, and be broke. So nobody cares about how much you have. They only care about what your credit is. So credit here is a big deal. You want to buy a car or buy a house, it's not about how much you have, or I have this money, this is what I can pay, this is what I can put down. Nobody cares. It's just, what is your credit score? That is very different from where I'm coming from. It's weird. And your credit score is not really based on how much money you have in the bank. It's just based on how much you owe. So the more you owe and pay, the higher your credit score is. It's kind of backward, isn't it? In America, you can buy and return almost anything. It's so weird. Like, and I bought sunscreen. You know, these sunscreens, some of them have this very horrible white cast. So I bought this sunscreen, and it had this, it was horrible. And I was like, my $15. My sister was like, I'll just return it. I said, but I opened the case, I threw away the pack, I opened the thing, I've used it maybe twice. She's like, just take it back. I took it back and I got my money. That was very strange. And in places like Costco, you can actually like buy a bag of peanuts, be eating it, and open it, eat it, and then it is horrible, and take it back, and they will give your money back. So I love that they do that, but it's still different and it's very weird, because really, what happens to that thing that was returned? Can you resell it, or what really do they do with it? The food. The food here, if you are new on my channel, there's a video I did, I think this is a vlog just before this one, or maybe 2 vlogs ago. We had a get together in my house and we ordered Thai food. It's ridiculous, the amount of sugar that they put in food. Like, why is there sugar in pasta? Why is there sugar in rice? Why is there sugar on chicken? There's sugar in everything. Everything is sugary. So I think, as far as the American palate is concerned, the only nice tasting thing they have, because in Africa we have sweet, we have savory, we have spicy, we have even bitter sometimes. You know, your palate has all these different experiences. Here it's just sugar. Everything is sugar. Like, why is there sugar in pasta? I can't get past it. Like, it should be against the law. Don't put sugar in pasta or rice or chicken. Just leave some. I mean, I cannot end this video without talking about the adults and their pets. This one is very funny. This one is strange. This one will send you to Uselu. If you do some of the things that the people here do with their pets, you might end up in Yaba, left. I know this lady that feeds her pet from her plate. So she's feeding him the food that she's eating. She's using the same cutlery, and she's putting it in her mouth and putting it in his mouth, and kisses the dog. Like, why now? It's a dog. It's a dog. I mean, I think they have forgotten, or maybe just don't realize that dogs are animals, right? So I know they love their pets. I had a dog too. I mean, I know you can love your pet, but it's still an animal. If you are kissing a dog, don't, it's not okay, it's not normal, because you can as well kiss a moose or a cow or a goat or a deer, or all these are animals. Dog is just one of them. It's not like half human, half animal. It's an animal. It's not that serious. Like, there's a weird dynamic, there's a weird relationship between the pet owners and the pets. I think it's weird. So here in the US, there's an invisible circle around everybody. You're waiting on the queue. You know how in Nigeria you're on queue, even we don't always queue, but when we do, it's like back to back to back. Here, there's this invisible circle that everybody just knows not to cross. So you can't get too close. This is even before social distancing and COVID. You can't get too close to the person in front of you, because then you're in their personal space and it's apparently breaking some kind of rule or law. So I feel like that's weird, but at the same time, I feel like that's why so many people are lonely, so many people are depressed, because of this invisible bubble that everybody has put around them of, you know, I don't want anybody in my personal space. You live next to a neighbor and you don't even say hi, like everybody's just doing their own thing. That's why people are feeling depressed, people are feeling lonely, people are feeling all types of emotional issues that we have going on right now. I think has a lot to do with the isolation and this invisible, you know, circle and bubble that everybody has put around themselves. You guys let me know what you think about these things, because if you live in the US and you're an immigrant and you've had these experiences, let me know. And then if there's anything that I've not added on this list and you have found to be strange as well, please let me know, because this is very funny and very strange and very weird. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.